Okay, welcome back. In this video, I wanted to go over a couple of things in general. It won't be on a specific topic. It'll just be some things that I've had questions about with my credit clients, and I just want to answer them. I actually want my page to be an informational site for people that are looking for answers about their credit as well as credit repair companies. A lot of people think that credit repair is just sending out dispute letters. However, if you are really equipped to take care of your clients, you know that it's more than just sending out letters and fax. I send out letters, I send faxes, I make phone calls to the credit bureaus. I work with them on a more personal level. I do my due diligence. Everything that I've learned from credit repair, I've learned from actually trial and error. I've learned from making mistakes. I've learned from calling people. I try to keep up with the new trends and everything that's happening. If you guys didn't know that the state of Illinois is changing up the way that they issue us our driver license and IDs. So of course there are going to be some changes in the credit bureaus that will kind of adhere to those changes that the state of Illinois is making. That's just something for you guys to think about. Okay, so I always encourage my clients to make sure that they follow along with everything that I do. So I set up these online portals where they can go in and look at the progress that's being made. So now what this is, and it's from Equifax, and it is a research request form. And if you are a credit repair company or you're someone that works on people's credit, you'll know, you've seen it before, you know kind of what it is. And I use this a lot, especially when they send it to me, because I feel like this form right here will remove a lot of accounts that are reported inaccurately. So this is something that I want to talk about. How to get an actual free credit report from the credit bureaus without paying. Okay, a lot of people, I mean, you do have to initially pay. You get your free credit score every 12 months from each bureau. However, most people, I encourage my clients to keep a credit monitoring service so that they can be informed and aware of what's going on with their credit as well. But on this research form, it clearly has right here a confirmation number. Okay, so with that confirmation number, you can go to Equifax.com and act like you're fitting a setup account, and then it has a part that says if you want to claim a dispute or check the status of a dispute. So this is a way for clients, if you were working with a credit repair company, you can check the progress, or you can see actually what is being done on this file. So you have a confirmation number, you log into Equifax.com, you put the confirmation number in along with whatever other information that they may ask you for. Sometimes you can get the confirmation number sometimes you can get the report, without having the confirmation number. You just put in the information that they ask you, and if they have it already, then you're good to go. And you can use that to see exactly what's going on with your credit. If not, here's another way to do it. I make most of my clients sign up with Credit Check Total. Okay, so Credit Check Total, they charge you every month. I always have my clients call and get the service taken down to the $14.95 a month if they can't afford the $30. It is mandatory and required for all of my credit clients to have some credit monitoring service throughout the duration of the credit repair that I'm providing for them. And that is just so that we can just keep a track of all of the progress that's being made. Okay, so with Credit Check Total, how you can check to see if a credit repair company is really working on your file, if you haven't gotten email, or if you got mail and you just really can't understand what the mail is saying, because that's my situation with a lot of my clients. They don't understand what the mail is saying. So you go to Credit Check Total and you go to your archive credit reports. Once you go to your archive credit reports, it'll let you know for the month of April. it were 6 accounts, and now in the month of May there are only 2 accounts. So that means that at some point 4 accounts were deleted from your file, and it should show in the credit scores and things like that or whatnot. So the same thing with TransUnion. This is actually an actual credit report. You know, the addresses and things like that. So I want to talk about addresses real quick. Okay, because a lot of times the credit bureaus, how they verify the information is actually through the address. People say all type of other things, but this is something that I know to be true. Like I said, phone calls, talking to people all hours of the night, stand up, is something that I do. So I know. So this young lady on this credit report, she has about 13 addresses reporting on her credit file. So me being a credit repair specialist, an expert, what I would do for this client is I would suggest that we remove all addresses that are not associated with you at this very moment. So your mother's house, your auntie's house, all of those addresses, all of these 13 addresses and phone numbers need to be removed. Because in order for me to actually start an investigation and make it where they actually have to verify this information, they can't look at the account and see that this is to this address. They're going to verify it to be yours. It's something that I know that is a fact, is that the credit bureaus, they verify information through your addresses. So if you have an address that's from 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, you want to actually get those addresses removed from your credit report. In another video, I will give out the credit bureau's phone numbers and fax numbers. TransUnion, they stay open to like 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night. They're the easiest ones to get on the phone. You get them on the phone. You tell them what you're calling. I'm calling to get these addresses taken off of my credit report. And then you add the address on that you want to have on your credit report. And what TransUnion will do is they will communicate with Equifax and Experian, and you'll look up and see that those addresses have been removed from those bureaus as well. But I also do my due diligence and just let people know, hey, you know, you may want to call Equifax. You can get them on the phone sometimes. Experian, it's kind of hard to get them on the phone, so you may want to just send out a letter and say, hey, remove these addresses off of my credit report and update it to this address. That's a simple way to, if you are doing credit repair on your own, or if you are hiring a company, you know, those type of things. If you are a credit repair company, those are the type of things that we want to do first to actually help our clients. And I tell people this information because it's free. All of this information you can find out just like I did. You can find it on the internet. You can research and Google it. There are a lot of videos out here. And I've watched every single one of them. So, you know, I know the information that's being passed around. Most of it is the same recycled information. A lot of people do not do their homework. One thing about me is I do my homework and I keep up with the latest trends. So that's something to think about. Okay, so in my next video on one of the videos coming up, I will talk about public records. Because a lot of times people think that public records are through the credit bureaus, and actually public records goes through LexisNexis. I'll do a video about LexisNexis, tell you about who they are, what they do, and how I use LexisNexis in most cases to get public records removed from credit reports. Okay, so I want to move on. So we did TransUnion and we did Equifax. I don't think I have Experian credit report in front of me. So I just want to talk about the difference between a credit dispute to the credit bureaus and a dispute to the collection agency or the actual creditor. So usually on a credit report, I don't know if you guys can see this, they actually give you a list of the creditors. They give you a list of the creditors. They give you their address. They give you their phone numbers. And sometimes it's a fax number, but in most cases it's just a phone number. And then you can call and talk about that. I actually have letters that I use to tackle the creditors, because and sometimes we don't do our due diligence. There are certain laws that the creditors must follow. There are certain things that they can and cannot do. And I'll do a video on that one day. It'll be down the line, but a video about what you can do to get the creditors to stop calling you, to stop harassing you, what they can and can't do, how to find out if if a collection agency is even licensed to collect in Illinois, because sometimes they're not. And I have a bunch of letters that are very effective with getting them to remove accounts, with getting them to stop the phone calls, stop the letters, and things of that nature. A lot of collection agencies are not even aware that their employees are doing these certain tactics. And I'll go further into detail about that. Like I said, I don't mind giving this information away because I didn't buy it. It wasn't given to me. I researched and I found this information out, and I always test my work. I never just put something out and said, oh, this is what it is and this is in fact. No, it's always something that I've tested and it's been proven to work. So now, when you get a credit report, you get those things. Those are really important to have, because if you're disputing through the credit bureaus, they're going to communicate with the creditors. So you can go two ways. You can go through the creditor and say, hey, furnish this information because it's reported inaccurately, or you can go through the credit bureaus and they'll communicate with the original creditors. Either way, they're both highly effective if you actually know what you're doing, if you actually know the type of literature to use, the type of terms to use, and if you actually know the Fair Credit Reporting Act. If you know that, then you'll be very well on your way to either repaying your own credit, starting up a credit repair business, or just really being able to help your clients tackle these type of things. Now I want to talk about inquiries for 1 second, because I have a young man that's just so fixed with inquiries. Inquiries do not affect your score as much as people make you seem they do. They don't. And inquiries they can be removed. I never guarantee anything to my clients. I can work on the inquiries if they come off great. If not, I always explain to my clients, they don't really affect your score. Late payments affect your score. The account history affects your score. Your debt to ratio affects your score. So a lot of times people are looking for these 100 point jumps in their credit when they have a $3,000 credit card with a $2,500 balance. And when I tell them you need to pay your credit card balance down, they look at me like, well, I thought you were fixing my credit. Yeah, I am, but you have to pay your balance down because I've done everything that I can do on my end, and I just need your cooperation on your end. So, same thing with TransUnion about the online dispute. You get the confirmation number. You go to their website. You click the button where it says a dispute. Once you get that, they'll ask you whether you want to make a dispute or check the status of a dispute. And then you put that information in, and it'll actually give you a free credit report. It'll give you the information that you need to see, especially if you have a credit repair agency working on your file. Okay, so that's it for this video. I'm going to try to find an Equifax credit report, Experian, credit report somewhere so that I can go over that with you. Experian is kind of tricky. Equifax is really the hardest one of all, but Experian tries to get a little tricky. They're really good with sending out stall tactics so that they can try to gather information. And in most cases, they're not. It's just too much information. It's just too many people. It's not enough people and too much information. So I want to tell you guys that I appreciate you guys tuning in, and we will be going over a lot of information within the next couple of weeks. I hope that you found this information helpful, and make sure that you like my Instagram page, Think Pink Credit. Also, if you have any questions or you want me to help you with any type of file or account that you have, you can give me a call at 219-2720, or you can email me at thinkpinkcredit@gmail.com. Thanks and have a great day.